Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Washington's offense will get the ball first. Washington, as it so often has over the years, dominated the last time they saw the Cougs.
That was a statement win for Washington. We now play in the Big Ten. Washington State, you do not. And they wanted to put everybody on notice. They blew out the Cougars.
And that's just not fun if you're a Washington State fan. You've seen Washington win this over and over again. They go to a bigger and better conference. You're left behind. You at least want to get the apple. Last year you didn't. This year you got to bite at the apple.
That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field. You saw that right there.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
All down, they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
They'll give it to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Yeah, just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
Get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up for 12. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Washington.
The offense goes as he does, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Washington State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one game.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
This crowd full
fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking for a man. It's Dickens. Quickly complete. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Touch pass on the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws to the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Lost the fire on second down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, with his speed, they're going to keep blitzing him over and over because you'll get results like that right there. Kind of reminds you of Joe Kelly, a great linebacker at Washington in the 80s, or maybe Mason Foster as well. Those guys can go sideline to sideline, but they can also blitz. This guy can do it all.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
Well, this team came out with their hair on fire. The offense drives down the field, scores a touchdown on their opening possession, and now the defense is dominating as well. Already their second sack, and you've got to give this head coach a ton of credit. He did a great job getting this football team physically and mentally ready to play here today.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Great place to start for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Huskies! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner will field it and bring it back. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They got him then deep in their own end, and this leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Snagged in the middle. It's Jamison. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on third down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed well.
The toss to the right. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass
breaks into the open. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
Washington State has it all working right now. Handoff from the gun. Got a little space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The give out of the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Back to throw, it's Dickens. Makes the catch. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Tries to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate. Beautiful execution by the offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. The screen, he can go. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Back to pass. Flips it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
On third down, he drops the throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Murphy. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Wide out, trying to get it in. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Bill.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Back to throw, it's Dickens. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Hit as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Washington State will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. A continual subplot since these two first squared off in 1900 is Washington State trying to prove it deserves the same respect and status as UW.
And I think oftentimes the great rivalries out west are forgotten in college football. This game between Washington and Washington State is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy that with conference realignment, they were able to keep this game on the schedule because it is always fun to watch.
It is fun, and it's for the Apple Cup. And here's the cool thing. These teams, they're not the same conference anymore. They used to be for years. But this rivalry still lives because it still matters to the Washington and Washington State fans.
Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Off play action. Finds his man. It's Murphy. He's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for Washington.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
They'll leave it with him. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here we go. Wants to go up top. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
He's got it on the run. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Quarterback making checks. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Going for 6. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no track together. They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need 1 more yard. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Washington! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Washington State, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throw.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. And the Cougars racing to the line in a hurry up. Back to pass, it's Dickens. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Myers on the move. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And there he goes. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wants to change this route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quick completion on the out route. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
And a play like that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Bring in the heat. Touchdown, Huskies. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
Washington State, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Huskies and Cougars.
Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Now on third down for this offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a man. It's Dickens. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got a man, it's Bryant.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Sends it back in motion. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Running to the left. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll run it on first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Looking to fire. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response. Trying to get themselves back in the football game.
Here we go. Trying to get it done with the run here on third and goal. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. Absolutely center cut. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. To the air, it's Dickens. Rushes on him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
makes the catch. It's Jones. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Finds him out of the backfield.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Washington State sends out the punt unit. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Bryant. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Right down the middle. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
There's a lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Now from inside the red zone. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on second down. Throws to the back. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Running behind that left side. Takes it the other way. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss it.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
From the gun, the running back has it. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Here comes the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but...
There he goes! Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll try to get outside. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Fires left. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Here we go. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Firing to the right, complete. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Rides to the back. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the air on third and short. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Jesse, they had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. The Cougars come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll run for it on third and short. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through. It's really helping out this offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He's got the back in the middle. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Pass interference. Offense.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Let's see what they've got on second down. To throw, it's Dickens. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. Pulled down for the tackle.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away.
He's come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive. Turning it on! Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. From the red zone, it's Harmon. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They'll go to the ground. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. This Husky defense, David, it's like they've got Vita Vea and Steve Entman up front, Joe Tryon as a backer, and Marcus Peters in the secondary. There's purple everywhere.
You're right, from front to back. Guys up front on the defensive line, eating them up, doing a great job in the secondary at linebacker. Complete performance from this UW defense.
Looking downfield, it's Dickens. He'll pull it down and run. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Washington State will have to boot it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. It's Murphy. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Fred in the pass game, because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
A shot toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Quickly to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harmon.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
And the Huskies are facing 3rd and inches. The offense changing the play. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense is put together.
Fires toward the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile in.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. On the move from inside his 5. They stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. The Huskies had that dog in them in this one, taking down the Cougs for the Apple Cup and the Governor's Trophy. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.